In the heart of Europe, nestled among majestic peaks and crystal-clear lakes, lies a land of incredible contrasts and timeless beauty. Switzerland, a country where nature reveals itself in all its splendor, creating a mosaic of landscapes that defy imagination. From ancient glaciers to intact medieval towns, from alpine pastures to cutting-edge metropolises, this journey will take us through a country that has harmoniously blended tradition and innovation. Prepare yourself for an adventure that will stimulate all your senses. Welcome to Switzerland, a country small in size, but immense in its ability to amaze and inspire. Have you ever thought that a country could be a huge natural water park? Switzerland has more than 1,500 lakes, one for every 6.5 square kilometers. It's like being able to take a refreshing dip wherever you are. Moreover, the Swiss flag is one of only 2 national flags in the world that are square. The other belongs to the Vatican. But the surprises don't end here. Think you know the capital of Switzerland? Well, technically, it doesn't have one. Bern is considered the federal city, but it's not officially the capital. Now, prepare yourself for something truly surprising. Switzerland has enough nuclear bunkers to accommodate the entire population of the country. Yes, you heard that right. It's as if every citizen had their own personal nuclear shelter. And if we told you that the Swiss are super sweet-toothed, they consume about 10 kilograms of chocolate per person annually, more than anyone else in the world. This nation also has the highest density of museums in Europe. Over 1,000 museums in a country of only 8.5 million inhabitants. Pretty impressive, don't you think? Speaking of language, 4 national languages are spoken here: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Moving on, have you ever heard of cuckoo clocks? Many think they're of Swiss origin, but they actually come from the Black Forest in Germany. However, don't worry, Switzerland maintains its primacy in watchmaking. The first wristwatches were invented right here in 1868. Did you know that in Switzerland the president changes every year? The country doesn't have a permanent president, as in many other states. Instead, the role is filled on a rotating basis by one of the 7 members of the Federal Council for just 1 year. And speaking of traditions, have you ever tried cheese fondue? It's a true icon of Swiss cuisine, much more than just a meal. It's a social experience. This nation has no access to the sea, but guess what? It has a maritime fleet. About 50 merchant ships fly the Swiss flag and sail the world's oceans. Continuing with curiosities, the country has one of the highest per capita gold reserves in the world, and also boasts one of the lowest crime rates globally. Finally, let's talk about money. Switzerland has some of the highest average salaries in the world. An average monthly salary can exceed $6,500, so if you think about it, a Swiss person needs to work less than 4 minutes to afford a Big Mac. But now, let's continue our adventure by visiting the most beautiful and iconic places in this nation. Zurich. A unique blend of culture and innovation, where the ancient and modern merge in a unique harmony. The cobblestone streets of the Old Town tell centuries of history, while the skyscrapers of the financial district project the city into the future. Here, art finds its home in over 100 galleries and museums, offering a feast for the eyes and mind. But Zurich isn't just culture. It's also the gateway to the lake of the same name and the Alps, a paradise for nature lovers. In the evening, the city transforms, revealing a significant gastronomic and nightlife scene that rivals European capitals. Zurich is a city that breathes, lives, and surprises you at every corner, a place where each day promises new discoveries. Bern. Bern, the capital of Switzerland, fascinates with its well-preserved medieval historical center, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, despite being influenced by more modern architectural styles. Its distinctive covered streets, with long arcades providing shelter and comfort for shopping in all seasons, are unique in Europe. The Zeitglocke, a 13th century astronomical clock tower, is a masterpiece of mechanical precision and art, marking the city's time with its animated figures each hour. Bern is also known for its 6 kilometers of arcades, hosting cozy cafes, art galleries, and antique shops. The Air River adds a characteristic touch to the setting, flowing through the city and offering both spectacular views and opportunities for relaxing walks along its banks. Lucerne. Lucerne is a gem in the heart of Switzerland, set against a backdrop of snow-capped mountains and the shores of its namesake lake. The city is famous for its Chapel Bridge, an ancient covered wooden bridge decorated with paintings that narrate local history. Lucerne is also the gateway to excursions in the Mount Pilatus, or nearby Mount Rigi, offering wonderful views of the Alpine landscape. The Old Town is a labyrinth of cobblestone streets leading to characteristic squares, Baroque churches, and cozy bars where one can enjoy a hot chocolate or one of the famous Swiss cheeses. Zermatt. Famed as an alpine retreat at the foot of the majestic Matterhorn, one of the most iconic and photographed mountains in the world. This village is a haven for winter sports enthusiasts with its world-class ski slopes and modern cable cars. But Zermatt is much more than just a ski destination. It's a village that offers enchanting walks among traditional chalets and luxury shops, and has a vibrant nightlife. In summer, the trails transform into paths for hiking and mountain biking, providing spectacular views of the glaciers and surrounding peaks. Geneva. Geneva is known as the City of Peace, home to numerous international organizations such as the United Nations and the Red Cross. Located along the shores of Lake Geneva and surrounded by the Alps and the Jura, the city offers a wonderful natural spectacle. The Jet d'Eau, a massive fountain in the heart of the lake, is one of Geneva's most famous symbols. Additionally, the city's luxury watch boutiques and refined chocolatiers reflect Swiss excellence in design and gastronomy. Geneva is an ideal starting point for exploring nearby mountain resorts and ski stations, blending urban luxury with alpine adventures. Interlaken. Nestled between two Alpine lakes, Interlaken is the beating heart of the Bernese Oberland. This outdoor paradise is the perfect base for exploring some of Switzerland's most spectacular mountains, Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau. But Interlaken is a destination in itself. Its turquoise waters invite relaxing cruises, while the green meadows are the ideal stage for paragliding and hang gliding. For an incredible view, it's recommended to climb up to Harderkolm. From there, you can admire a panorama that embraces lakes, mountains, and the city itself, like a living postcard. And when evening falls, the lights come on along the Höheweg, the main street, where Belle Epoque hotels alternate with watch and chocolate shops, reminding the world that you're in the heart of the most authentic Switzerland. Lake Lugano. A blue jewel nestled among verdant mountains, a corner of Mediterranean paradise in Swiss territory. Its waters, winding between Switzerland and Italy, reflect an almost always clear sky, creating an atmosphere of timeless peace and beauty. Characteristic villages overlook its shores, each with its own story to tell. Morcote, for example, with its steep alleys and pastel-colored houses climbing up the hill, seems to have stepped out of a painting. Or Gandria, reachable only by boat, where time seems to have stood still. But the lake is not just beauty, it's also alive and pulsating. You can sail on its waters, dive into its depths, or cycle along the paths that skirt it. And when the sun sets, you can sit on one of the many terraces with a glass of Ticino Merlot in hand and let yourself be enveloped by the magic of this place, where Switzerland meets Italy, creating a symphony of unforgettable colors, flavors, and emotions. St. Gallen. Hidden among the hills of the canton of the same name, it's a little-known treasure of eastern Switzerland. Its beating heart is the Benedictine Abbey, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, whose Baroque library houses thousand-year-old manuscripts in a fairy tale atmosphere. St. Gallen is also a vibrant university city, where the energy of students blends with centuries of tradition. You can stroll among the bourgeois houses of the old town, admiring the Erkers, which are the characteristic richly decorated bay windows, silent witnesses to the prosperity brought by the textile industry. And speaking of fabrics, the Textile Museum tells the story of the city through precious cloths and delicate laces. For a unique view, you can climb the cathedral tower to admire the mosaic of red roofs of the old town, extending to nearby Lake Constance.
Gimmelwald.
This small alpine village is a hidden paradise, accessible only by cable car or mountain trails. It is a perfect example of a tranquil Swiss retreat, far from the tourist hustle of more popular destinations. Traditional wooden houses and scattered farms across the landscape offer an authentic and incredible view of the Swiss Alps. Hiking enthusiasts and nature lovers find their paradise here, with numerous trails offering spectacular views and opportunities to spot local wildlife. Basel. A border city, Basel is a crossroads of cultures where Switzerland, France, and Germany meet and merge. Renowned for its art scene, it hosts Art Basel, one of the most important contemporary art fairs in the world. The Rhine, which runs through the city, is its beating heart. In summer, its banks come alive with people swimming, sunbathing, or enjoying a drink in the numerous floating bars. The Old Town, with its red sandstone cathedral and market square, tells centuries of history. But Basel also looks to the future, with Renzo Piano's futuristic architecture dotting the skyline, creating a fascinating contrast with the medieval buildings. Swiss National Park. A sanctuary of untouched nature in the heart of the Engadine Alps. Founded in 1914, it's the only national park in Switzerland and one of the oldest in Europe. Here, nature reigns supreme. No human intervention is allowed, enabling flora and fauna to thrive undisturbed. Walking along its 80 kilometers of trails, you might encounter deer, ibex, marmots, and even golden eagles. The deep valleys, pine forests, and alpine meadows create a mosaic of ecosystems, each with its own magic. For both experienced hikers and simple nature lovers, the Swiss National Park offers an authentic experience, a dive into a world where time seems to have stood still, and where nature still dictates the rhythm of life. Davos. More than just a mountain resort, it's a symbol of fascinating contrasts. Known worldwide as the venue for the World Economic Forum, where global leaders meet to shape the future, it's also a paradise for winter sports enthusiasts. Its impeccable slopes attract skiers of all levels, while its summer trails are an irresistible call for hikers and cyclists. Along the promenade, the city's main artery, luxury shops alternate with gourmet restaurants and traditional cafes. Davos is a place where high finance meets high altitude, creating a unique atmosphere of Alpine cosmopolitanism. Schaffhausen. Nestled on the banks of the Rhine, it's a medieval gem like few others in Europe. Its half-timbered houses, adorned with colorful frescoes and protruding windows, tell stories of merchants and craftsmen from a bygone era. But the real protagonist here is the Rhine, and more precisely the Rheinfall, Europe's largest waterfall. The roar of water plunging from a height of 23 meters is an experience that engages all the senses. It's possible to take a boat to get as close as possible to the waterfall, feeling the power of nature on your skin. Back in town, the Munau, an imposing circular fortress, dominates the skyline. From its tower, you can enjoy a panoramic view that extends to the Black Forest in Germany. Appenzell. A village that seems hand-painted, it's the very essence of rural Switzerland. Here, traditions are not a memory of the past, but a living reality. The brightly colored houses, decorated with frescoes that tell local stories and legends, create a fairy tale atmosphere. Appenzell is also the beating heart of a region famous for its spicy cheeses and herbal spirits. The stone streets host artisans working in their workshops, while local farms showcase the production of the famous cheese. A unique experience is witnessing one of the ancient popular assemblies, still held today in the square. This village, therefore, is a journey through time, a dive into Swiss authenticity that resists the passing of years, preserving intact its genuine and welcoming charm. Lausanne. An Olympic and university city, it pulses with youthful and sporting energy. Nestled on the shores of Lake Geneva, it spreads over 3 hills, offering curious views at every corner. Its medieval heart, dominated by the majestic Gothic cathedral, contrasts pleasantly with the contemporary architecture of the waterfront. Here, the Olympic Museum tells the story of the Games, while the nearby park offers a walk among sculptures and lake views. But Lausanne is not just about sports, it's also about culture. The Le Flon district, a former industrial area now reconverted, teems with life with its bars, restaurants, and art galleries. At night, the city comes alive. From classical music at the opera to underground clubs, there's something for all tastes. St. Moritz. Synonymous with Alpine luxury and glamour, it's much more than just a ski resort. This jewel of the Engadine has hosted the Winter Olympics twice and continues to be a favorite destination for the international jet set. But beyond the high-fashion boutiques and five-star hotels, the real star here is nature. In winter, besides skiing, you can experience the thrill of bobsledding on the Olympic track or ice skating on the frozen lake. In summer, the lake transforms into a paradise for sailors and windsurfers, while the surrounding trails invite long hikes. Finally, the crystal clear air and intense blue sky create a particular, almost magical light. Gruyère. This medieval village, famous for its namesake cheese, offers a step back in time with its imposing castle and cobbled streets that wind between ancient stone houses. Visiting Gruyère is like walking through an open-air museum, where every building and every alley has a story to tell. Moreover, the castle that stands majestically at the center of the village hosts exhibitions of local history and art. Tourists can not only discover the village's cheese-making traditions, but also enjoy local specialties in cozy pubs offering panoramic views of the surrounding Alpine landscape. Gruyère invites you to slow down, savor each moment, and let yourself be enchanted by its tranquility and beauty. Jungfraujoch. Known as the top of Europe, it's an experience that literally takes you above the clouds. At 3,454 meters altitude, it's the highest railway station in Europe, accessible by a spectacular journey through tunnels carved into the rock. Once at the top, the world opens up before tourists' eyes. A wonderful panorama of perennial glaciers and the peaks of Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau. The Ice Palace, carved into the heart of the glacier, allows you to enter a world of blue crystal. The Sphinx Observatory, on the other hand, offers a 360-degree view of the Alps, and on the clearest days, as far as Germany and France. Whether you're a mountain enthusiast or simply looking for a unique experience, Jungfraujoch takes your breath away, offering the feeling of touching the sky with your finger. Lauterbrunnen. Lauterbrunnen, situated in one of Switzerland's most spectacular alpine valleys, is surrounded by high mountains and 72 waterfalls, including the famous Staubach Falls. This picturesque village is the ideal starting point for exploring the Jungfrau region, with opportunities for hiking, climbing, and skiing. The typical wooden houses and flower-filled meadows create an idyllic atmosphere in the village. Lauterbrunnen is also famous for its alpine flora, attracting botanists and nature enthusiasts. In short, this village is a paradise for outdoor activity lovers, offering an authentic and relaxing experience in an extraordinary natural setting. Grimaunts. This alpine village, located in the heart of Valais, is one of the most picturesque corners of Switzerland, known for its traditional houses adorned with geraniums and as a center for winter sports. During the summer, Grimaunts becomes a paradise for hikers and mountain bikers, with trails winding through alpine meadows and lush forests. The village is also famous for its local wine, glacier wine, aged in barrels that date back hundreds of years, stored in the village's traditional wooden warehouses. Visitors can experience the rich cultural heritage of the region through various seasonal festivals that celebrate local customs and gastronomy. Concluding this visual journey through Switzerland, we have moved from the charm of its landscapes to its most famous cities, discovering together not only places, but also curiosities that make every corner of this country unique. We hope that the images and stories told have enriched your knowledge and stimulated the desire to personally explore the varied beauty of this nation.